Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I'm making this video for you. That's not good. For you, comfortable ad 5766. It says I'm brand new to the game and I want to main Kallari, and then later on in the post says, are any YouTubers I could check out that will help me learn the game? So I figured let me go on ahead and make a Kallari video for you. So I'm going to back it around 102, 103. I'm going to place my ward here on the blue buff right as it ends, swap over to Vision, go Sentry, and then head toward my red side jungle. Actually, didn't even buy my Sentry. Wait, it did. It just didn't update in the bottom right. That was weird. So bought my Sentry. Like I said, it was not great that they just got a free kill, so that sucks a little bit. But yeah, we're here for the red, and now I'm going to start teaching you how to play Kallari. Now, Kallari did just get nerfed, but what you want to do is you want to start attacking and then kiting. So I actually missed my attack there. I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm going to try to explain every decision I'm making and do my best. Win, lose, fail. This video, even if I lose, should be a decent starting point for somebody new. I'm going to smite, try to get it low there. Should have waited an extra hit. This video should be good for somebody that's looking to get into the game and learn, because there's going to be a lot to learn in here, even if I do poorly, and I'll try to note that out as well. So again, just kind of slap in the middle of the pack and kiting a lot, so that way I can kind of lower everything's health and get things low here while trying to avoid as much damage as possible. Smack the big one when you can. Get a little bit of cleave damage out of that. And I could maybe help here, but I don't have my stealth, so going in to try to help this here. He's probably going to flash. We're going to flash after that. I think I can get a free kill here. Oh, it's going to be tough. Nope. No, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. I went for it, but it did not pay off. So, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and fall there. We are going to be building a Malady first. And instead of diving back into my red side, man, that was tough that the wave just happened to be there. I mean, I could have maybe just ran from that, but I was pretty all in on that. We're going to go ahead and jump into our blue side. So, yeah, that's a tough one, but we'll see what we can do here. So, jumping into our blue side, we do see the crunch in the mid. Kind of the same thing, right? Attacking, kiting. If you can focus one of them down, that's good, because you're going to cleave a little bit of your damage anyways. Now, I did concede the first 3-minute river buff, which is like not super great for the help of mid, but I was a little bit behind because of my death, so not the best start in the world, but hey, you got to learn how to play from behind here too, right? So try to put my death mark on the smaller target there. All right, now we have our Q, and I'm going to go ahead and just keep farming. We do have a smite here, so I'm going to try to make sure I can use this the right time. You don't ever want the enemy jungler to just like walk up on you and steal your buff, right? Alright, so get this low. We can put a death mark on it. When that pops, I'll probably smite. Alright, cool. Alright, and we're just trying to clear. You can use your Q as just like a quick damage pop as well. If you're not like needing it instantly, it's not really a big deal there. Alright, now I do have another smite coming up, so we're going to go ahead and use that on the big one here. So you can see I use my Q for a quick damage pop. We'll put the death mark on the right minion here. We know that'll pop it and kill it. And I'm going to stealth and hug the wall here. Stealth and hug the wall. They may step forward, probably not if I see a ward here. Alright, we're going to kill some wards here. Alright, the crunch. I didn't catch his health there, but I do have to go cover mid here. The crunch is currently at 25 farm. You're going to see me pressing tab quite a bit to see kind of information like that. I might be able to catch the Countess. Doesn't look like I'm going to. She's going to back it up. So what we're going to do is just going to focus on last hitting. I don't want to shove the wave because I don't want to like mismanage the wave of my mid laner. So I'm just going to focus on last hitting here. So I don't want the farm and the experience to go to waste. The mid laner's not here. So all right, now I'm going to go ahead and dip out of here. I don't think my 5 camp should be getting stolen. I can see my 5 camp around the corner. Make sure you have the allied health bars turned on in the settings. That's how you can see the health bars. Alright, same thing. Kind of counting. Alright, their crunch is a little bit... He's super proactive in the early game. Crunch is just a super, super good jungler right now. So he's being very, very proactive, where I feel like I'm trying to make up a little bit, and also just haven't had a great opportunity to get like a super good gank off. Okay, the Countess is there. I might be able to run into her, but probably not. Okay. Alright, we're just going to jump over the wall into my 5 camp. And then we'll probably be here for my red buff as it comes up. So we're going to save that smite for this red buff that's coming up. Alright. Same thing. Always just kiting, trying to keep our damage down. Or like the damage that we take as like low as possible. and their crunch, dude. Their crunch is all over the place right now. It's rough. Rough game. Rough start to a game for sure. Oh, missed that. Missed that one. Ooh, he's huge, man. Alright. He's huge already. Yeah, he's level 5 and I have more farm than him. Yeah, he's pretty massive right now. Alright, I'm probably going to save this smite because I know there's no risk of anybody invading my jungle here to take it. So I can save this, but we do need to go buy. So I'm sitting on a lot of experience. I am maxing my right click for the daggers. And we're going to look to buy a Honed Chris first, and then just move into the right side of our revealed path. Alright, now I do need to try to potentially go check the Fangtooth. Because they could be on it. I might have to try to double jump and jump over. I know he doesn't have a wild hunt just yet. I'm 22 monster kills out of my wild hunt. It doesn't look like they're doing it yet. So that's good. And I'm actually going to pinch in here a little bit. He's not level 6 that I can tell, but there's 16 seconds, 15 seconds on this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and ward sweep. I haven't been able to do that quite as much as I'd like to. I might potentially could look for something. She's going to look to gank that over there. I'm going to look for river buffs here. So I'll let her look to gank. She's got her global ultimate. She could potentially do something with. I do see the Countess just got her level 6. Alright, we're going to stealth run across. I'm going to go for the river buff just so she doesn't get one. Don't think I'll be able to do very much here. And I don't know where the crunch is. I could maybe help the Richter really quickly. Or help against the Richter. Okay, that's a Richter also. He's pretty committed here. Alright. Alright. He might have a flash. Nice. Okay, we got that kill. Not terrible. Now, the Countess did just kill our Morgesh, so I'm probably going to have to cover mid. If I can get back to mid, I might be able to cover some of that. No, I don't even really have time to cover it. Alright, we're going to use a smite, because I do need to start clearing again. But the hunter, or like the death mark, the Morgesh and the crunch might be going for the Fangtooth. Hard to say since she backed up. I need to make sure that I'm still like constantly, okay, probably not. I need to constantly be working on my wild hunt. So I'm 26 out of 40 on wild hunt. So I'm going to be constantly trying to make sure that I'm putting good progress on that, because I don't want to fall behind by covering lanes too much or anything like that. Alright, but we're on the board with an assist, so that's not terrible. Actually, I haven't seen the crunch in a little bit, so if I can get this, I might have a potential duo lane gank here. Cool. Alright, we're probably just gonna have to sweep. I might even go look for mid river pressure here. So they know I'm here, but I'm also a little bit low. Okay, so crunch is there. Ooh, lots of people here. Okay, steal that from her, but that's probably all I'm going to be able to do. I'm actually just going to ult away because I see that he is like using some of his abilities to try to close the gap on me, which sucks because I lose like any kill potential potentially there, but keep myself alive, which, you know, with a kind of snowballing crunch, really don't want to be in his crosshairs or letting him take over the game any more than he is already. I'm a little worried about my duo lane, but I'm going to go ahead and go back for my Malady, because they just don't have a lot of vision. If they take like a neutral fight here, the crunch could just pop out on them and kill them, and that's honestly kind of what I'm expecting right now. But I'm going to run over to my red side. Personally, on Kallari, I love getting a Vanquisher after Malady. Malady's like a really great option that starts helping you clear. He's got 63 farm to my 70, so I'm doing well. I'm just not really snowballing, and he's got a level advantage because of that kill. So for now, we have some potential damage on camps and in waves because of the Malady AoE pop, so that's good. And I actually think I might even look to fight the Richter here. Nice. I think I'm going to flash that as well. I really want to help get this kill. Yeah, we want this one. Very cool. Yeah, we really want that kill because we committed a lot for it. So now I also know that his flash timer is on the same timer as mine, essentially. So that's not a terrible thing to know. Not a terrible thing to know at all. They could be potentially getting... Yep, I was going to say, they're either getting ganked or getting the Fangtooth, so I do need to watch for that now, because they might carry some of that lane damage into a Fangtooth now. So I'm actually going to back really quickly and start working on another item just to kind of mostly heal myself. He's 66 farm, so I'm 82 farm. I'm actually a little bit ahead of him, or I've mostly caught up. Now, in terms of actual farm, I'm probably a little bit ahead. It's hard to say how much gold he has exactly, but I'm an item over him and he hasn't gotten that yet, so it doesn't look terrible yet. With the Grux here, I might just force this. Ooh, we might have some potential. Okay, she backed up. I think with the Grux here, we just force this. I'm going to sweep this just to know if they know that I'm doing it. But like I said, with the Grux here, we should force this because I don't want to waste the Grux time. I can take advantage of the fact that I know that the Grux is spending his resource, which is his time here. Okay, now we get that. The Grux should probably go straight to right lane, or I could potentially go to right lane with him. And we could gank the Richter again, or we could even look over at the mini prime to make sure that he's not on it. Like the Crunch and the Richter are not on it. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Okay, not on it. I think my camp is about to come up. I can't quite see the timer, but it should be here in just a second. Oh, it's a little bit of time. Okay. Maybe a gank on the Countess here. But we'll go ahead and work on this camp really quickly. I really want to help duo lane because I feel like they're just going to keep... with their positioning right now, they might be putting themselves in a position to get ganked. Okay. Put a second point in my E now. With him rounding that corner, I can kind of watch him a little bit. Put a little bit of damage on her as the Morgesh is on her way back.
Enemy tower under siege.
I'm not sure what the Countess is looking to do here. Okay. I'm going to kind of hang out, wait for this river buff, I think. I'm watching for the Crunch, making sure... Okay, so I see the Crunch back there. 82 farm to my 91 farm. But I do still see him. I'm going to dagger that. Alright. Just going to throw a little bit of damage on him. Nice, not bad. Okay, I know he just used an ultimate pop. Now we might look to invade his jungle here a little bit. I know he doesn't have an ultimate charge right away. And he might be stepping right in here. Okay, not on his red buff. Might be looking to help the duo lane, so I can potentially steal this camp. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Any kind of potential chance to invade and steal a camp or something is nice. I can see his 5 camp is there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save my jump passive. I'm going to invade the 5 camp. Ooh, he saw me there. Yep, okay. Probably going to have to ult away from him. We're going to jump away here. Oh, look at that flash fail there. Okay, so now we know his flash is on about 19 minutes. A little less than 19 minutes. And I'm actually going to work on this a little bit. Now I'm kind of pulling to the side so I can watch. Okay, I just saw them ward there. The Twin Blast is already almost back to lane, so I don't want to step in lane and show. But I am going to keep farming. It's always important that you make sure you're still farming. Now I'm too low to really do much here, so I just need to base and go by. I think I saw him poke up for a second. Alright, we're going to stealth. He might be in my camp, but I'm just way too low to do anything about it. They could collapse on that potentially. Nice. Grab our necks. Come out. Yeah, I think they have him caught. That's huge. That's great. Yeah, he maybe steals my camp. That's, like, not really a problem. 89 farm. I think he's starting to like taper off and fall a bit behind, and I'm going to consistently keep myself farming here. So we're really kind of like baby stepping our way in this game. I'm not getting super fed. I'm not having like the biggest like a blowout Kallari game I've ever had, but I'm playing pretty consistently. Now he does have a Phoenix, so it might be not the best target for me to focus because he's going to be able to pop that Phoenix and potentially kind of delay his death. And like with Kallari having some execute power, I may not want to invest in that kill. Okay, let's see how Morgesh is doing versus the Kallari, or the Countess, not Kallari. I'd love to potentially go for this mini prime, but it's just not feeling like it's the right play. All right, I'm going to go in on the Countess here. I know she has no cooldowns. Big. I can give that kill to her. Very nice. I can give that kill to her. I could potentially invade this 2 camp. Look to put some damage on him. Okay. Put a little bit of damage on him. And now I can potentially invade this 2 camp again. I have my double jump, so I could jump over the wall if I needed to. We're going to jump to make her miss. I don't think I clear the wall. Oh, I do clear the wall. Nice. Okay, the crunch is getting really bullied out now. I have a potential chance to whip around the phase here. I'm going to go ahead and sweep. And actually, what I'm going to do, because my duo lane's being aggressive right now, so I'm going to kind of pick up their slack. I'm going to push this wave out. One, it's experience that I don't really want wasted, but two, it's like I want to manage the wave. So this is part of being jungle as well, because now I have the wave managed. It's going to catch somewhere up there, and we can potentially go for this Fangtooth here, which I'm going to try to force myself, because it's just a normal Fangtooth. It's a little bit risky, but I do have my flash, I do have my double jump, so, I mean, worst case scenario, the crunch turns the corner right now because he got back really quickly. But I think that we can get this. And at very least, the Twin Blast could maybe just run him around for a few seconds, and I can get it, right? If the Twin Blast could just, like, play in a sneaky kind of way, looks like he's just winning his fight as well. Alright, cool. I got that. Alright, we'll jump out of this. And now we'll jump... Look. Okay, I'm going to jump away from her. I'm not even going to ult back in. We'll even jump back in, use my next instantly. Looks like they've got a kill on the Richter. I'm just going to farm here. Try to be like pretty min-maxy if possible. Don't really want to take kills from some of these other damage carries as well. So I'm going to go right back into farming. Got our objective that we were looking for. I can actually finish my Vanquisher. I'm going to look and see if I can finish up this camp just because I never cleared it. Alright. Alright, we're going to finish the Vanquisher. We're currently looking at pen items, and next, usually I've been really loving the new Deathstalker since the changes, so that's what I'm going to look to focus on. My blue buff's up, I could go for that. Mini Prime is still up as well, but it looks like I'm just trying to decide who I start needing to play through. Like, I'm looking at my teammates, I'm saying, okay, who's doing well? Moragash is a really big one, so Moragash being strong is really, really good, because she's very strong, so... I really think I want to go for Mini Prime. I'm going to try to ping that. With jungle, a big part of your job is to ping things early and have people go and help you with it. And they won't always do it, but you're constantly playing like the bigger picture game. Now, I did see Crunch up there, so what I'm going to want to do is make sure I smite. Sometimes I'll give this buff to the offlaner, just depending on how the game is going. But I think because I know that the Crunch is close by, I'm going to go ahead and take it. And I'm even going to potentially just look to invade this, even. Okay, so I got a little bit of a damage pop off of my Malady. Okay, big damage there. Okay. Big damage there off the Nex as well. So big damage spike. Now, I can't really do too much. I can maybe poke a little bit here. But I really can't do a ton. Okay, I'm going to look to ult instantly, just so I can back it up. So I got a flash and an ult out of him, but I do just have to get out of here. And I can maybe even stay just... Okay, if he dives the Grux, I could throw some damage at him. We could maybe kill him with tower, but I think we're going to lose this tower for this one, unfortunately. I think he might have just killed himself, but I'm not sure. Want to instantly buy a Home Chris with the Countess there. I think he might be dead, but I could potentially clean up something here. They're not super low, so I think if anything, I'm just gonna have to clear this wave out. Yeah, I just have to clear this wave out. Try to hold it here for a bit. My red buff is up, so I'd rather not give that if I can. But it looks like my duo's doing well, so we're gonna jump in here and see what's going on. Okay, they didn't steal my red or anything. And I do still have a minute and a half on the Mini Prime buff. Like I said, they're being really aggressive. I'm going to look to go push this duo or this off lane off. like push this out if I can. I might potentially be able to get a tower. I don't know, because they're going to probably respond to mid lane here, right? Alright, so we can just push this out. We're trading a tier 1 most likely here. 60 seconds on this, so this is going to be a good bit of damage here. This is a nice size wave. I'm going to focus the wave down. Get the farm out of this as well. Morgoth's just doing great. So really just kind of like fundamentally playing my role. If this is unanswered, then I've got 50 seconds of like almost like a double wave basically. So, and I'm Kallari, so I have a lot of mobility with Nex and my ultimate, so even if they come for me right here, I should be able to get out of this. Because I do think that they're probably running after me right now. Alright, so now I don't know where they're coming from, but we're going to look to drop and find our way out of here if we can. Okay, cool. So they just dipped under. We have a Fangtooth coming up in just a bit with lots of gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. I'm going to back now. I'm a little bit late for Fangtooth already. So I'm calling it a couple times just so my teammates can see what I'm calling. And I'm going to run straight there. A little bit short of the Deathstalker, but that should be fine. 213, not bad. 197 to 128 in terms of jungle, and I have almost a full item over that player on jungle. And with this being another normal Fangtooth, we have Grux here. We can see their Sparrow's not here. We can just rip this instantly. In 10 seconds, I should say. It's not quite here yet, but we can play postured, be ready if anybody steps in or drops a ward, and now it's probably here. Grux has Sky Splitter, so I can see his build. He's got a lot of damage. So Grux has just got a nice damage build. Yeah, we're looking to rip this down. Alright. Gonna look to go after their Countess if I can. Okay. Well, I'm getting kind of managed on the CC here. Alright. I might be able to jump this wall and go for a backliner. Okay, didn't really need to flash on her, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared that I was gonna miss the ult, or I was gonna miss the auto, just based on where I was at. I think I just kind of panic flashed, if I'm being honest. Like it was actually really hard for me to like explain why I just did that. I think my finger was ready for flash for some reason, and I just committed to it because I knew I could get to the play that I wanted. Now, I'm gonna smite one of these minions just to make this go by a little bit faster. We should be able to knock this down without phase being too much of a problem. Now, Grux is kind of ODing, I think, for that. I think it would have been better had he just helped us, because I think he's probably dead. Ooh, he needs to get out. Okay, we get that. Now, I'm just going to run out. What I'm probably going to do, because I'm so low, is just rip some of their jungle, right? Like, with them coming up, I can just focus some jungle. Don't even need to kill all of it if I can. It's not, like, super necessary. I do want the blue buff. If I can get it. I don't have a smite right now. And we don't want to overstay and die here. So I'm going to call a retreat because we don't want to give them a free orb, right? So, like, even myself here, right? Like, alright, I'm going to just stealth and back. This is not always for free, but you can get a pretty good, decent timing on it, right? Alright, Deathstalker is in the pocket now. I'm probably going to build something like Resolution. It's been another big piece that I've been liking to buy. Oh, I could have bought a bow. I could have bought a bow there. It's another piece that I really like to buy because I'm just kind of playing around with this pen and attack speed build. So just been kind of this like auto attack pen build I've been playing lately that I really like. But 3 Fangtooths up. We're definitely in a good position. We can grab this red buff. And now I really need to be focusing on killing Countess and killing Sparrow. Like, those are definitely my big targets. I need to kind of let some of the initial fight break and not allow myself to get in the face of the Richter. And I don't know that I can help much here, unfortunately. I might be able to trade some of this. Okay. Try to do some of the damage here with the Malady pops. That should kill him, I think. Nice. Nice. Wasn't sure if it would for sure, but big damage there. Alright, and I'm actually going to wait for this rapier, because it's only like 6 seconds. Don't be afraid to wait for things if you need it. I'm just so close. Nice. We could probably just go straight for this if we're all up and willing to go to it. If our dual lane wants to keep pushing, then we won't be able to, but if they do want to show up, then we could potentially do it. So I call it early. Again, if the team doesn't come to it, you have to kind of play off of them as well, but you do your best, right? Okay, so she's not split pushing this, so we're just going to go on ahead and keep this shoved up. Nobody can really contest us easily, so... And actually, Countess is probably my biggest threat just because, you know, she could potentially just blow me up. So, we'll just keep shoving this up a little bit. I don't think we want to do this. I think we'd rather back up and just do this. Honestly, I think we have really good damage on this. So that we could burn it. So I have an attack speed build, we have a Grux with a damage build, he popped ultimate. I don't think their response is going to be well strong. Alright, cool. Very nice. And now we could even use this to wait out the primal thing if we really wanted to. Just getting a little bit of extra farm in. Okay, we can finish this resolution, and then after resolution, honestly, I'm probably going to build like a stone wall. Like just something to give me a little bit of defense. Like start building a little bit of defense, but also something that can stun around me if I do get kind of caught in a bunch of Richter CC or something. If they want to push that, they can. I think that's perfectly fine. What I'm probably going to do is just shove out left lane then. And they may even like end before I even get up there with it, right? But I think that this is still a good like macro play to make. While I'm not there to help them, they're already in such a strong position, so I can just help them by shoving this lane up and guaranteeing that we get the last end hit. But they're probably going to end before I get there. But I think that's fine. Yeah, if the enemy team can't stop them, like a worst case scenario, they stop them, my team backs up. Best case scenario, we win, right? GG's. All right, there you have it. Comfortable ad 5766. I hope you learned something. Like I said, the game started off rough, made some bad decisions, but we pulled it together. That's how I like to play Kallari. Hope you learned a lot about jungling, a lot about what's going on in the player's mind, or at least the player on my skill level's mind. And yeah, drop a like in the video, subscribe for future Predecessor content. As always, be sure to kind of one another, tell someone you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.